Hello everyone. My name is Vishwajit Guzar. Recently, I have completed one of the internship from Emertxe Information Technology, Bangalore. First of all, from this stage, I would like to get a lot of thanks to Emertxe Information Technology for providing me such a great opportunity to work with them as an intern one. Uh, Actually, my name is Vishwajit Guzar, and I'm here to uh, present my project called IoT based home automation system, which we all have implemented during the internship at Emertxe. So, during that internship, our project guide was Jayalakshmi ma'am. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for guide us as a project coordinator. So I would like to get a lot of thanks to them first of all. So coming to the introduction, my name is Vishwajit Guzar, Vishwajit Prashant Guzar. Actually, I belong from Tatya Sahib Kore Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur. I'm a student of Electronics and Telecommunication Department, and I have did the internship in the field of IoT. Actually, previously I have also did the internship in embedded systems, and I also submitted my project as an intern one. So it is a second internship opportunity which is given by Emertxe to me. So thank you so much, Emertxe, for providing me such a great opportunity to work with you. So I just start to present our project. Actually, I have did the project under the guidance of a Jayalakshmi ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am, for this great opportunity again. So coming to the project guidance, coming to the project explanation. I just start my explanation. So first of all, about the internship. So this internship is totally based on the IoT home automation system, because we have also used the Blink IoT cloud. Actually, this is one kind of a app, or rather we can say that is an application in the mobile. Also, we can use this Blink IoT application into our computer. Actually, the main aim of this project is to make a student to exposed to what IoT actually. IoT is nothing but the Internet of Things. It is a one kind of a part of embedded systems. How can we connect the different kind of things with the smartly? So IoT is nothing but the one kind of a way to connect the devices very smartly, wirelessly, we can say. So in various applications, we are going to be use IoT. For example, healthcare is there, hospitals are to be there. There are different kind of applications are to be there in which the IoT is present. Initially, the internship is starts introduction to C and C++ programming languages. So during the initial stage or initial days of this internship, so we also get familiar with the introduction part of embedded C and C++ programming languages. There are different OOPS concept as well as the C concepts which we have studied during the internship. So then we learned a brief of the embedded systems. Then finally we have learned about the IoT and also implemented a small projects. Actually, they are different small parts of the project, and finally we have implemented the main project or a capstone project of an internship, that is nothing but the home automation. So the final project in this internship, we have implemented this project using Arduino IDE as well as a Pixim Lab simulator with a Blink IoT mobile application. Actually, the Blink IoT mobile application is very much useful in this case, because we have implemented the all the project using that Blink IoT application. So it is very much important to we can say that it is very much important to run or execute the code. So I so this is the first part. At the first day of the internship, we have studied about the introduction to C. So at that time we have studied about the introduction to the C, the different data types, that is integer, float, character, double, floating number, all these things in the C programming language. Then we have also studied about the number system, data representation and modifiers. So the C programming language was developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972 at Bell Labs. It is a one kind of a general purpose programming language, or we can say that is a procedural programming language. The foundation of a C is nothing but the C++, Java, and Python. Coming to the data types, the C programming language has a different kind of a data types using primary, derived, user defined. If you talk about the primary data types, then it includes the integer, float, character, double, void. We can say that primary data types are nothing but the by default data types in a C programming language. That means the user doesn't have to define that data types. If you talk about the derived data types, then the user has to declare that data type. For example, suppose the array is to be there. Array is nothing but the data type which is created by the user. Suppose we have to create a multiple element in a same context. For example, suppose I want to create the 10 different numbers in a single array. So at that time we have initialized the array. So array is nothing but the derived data type which is defined by the user itself. So yeah, it is one kind of derived data type. Also the user defined data types enum and type def. Then second part is nothing but then about the number systems. If you talk about the number systems, then it has a different number systems like binary, which has the base of a 2, in which 0 and 1 the numbers are represented. Then octal is to be there, which is considered as from 000 to 111, in which 8 numbers are present. If you talk about the decimal, then it is the base of a decimal is nothing but the 10, which is includes from 0 to 9. That means the counting of a number is belongs from 0 to 9, that the whole numbers. Then the hexadecimal numbers, like which have the base of a 16. For example, decimal, if you want to be represent the 10 into the decimal, so at that time it will be if you want to be convert the 10 into the binary, then the number system is looks like 1010. It is one kind of a 10. Then if you want to be convert the binary 1101, then in decimal it looks like 3. If you talk about the data representation, then data it will be represent using bits and bytes. 1 bit is equal to 8 bytes. It is one kind of a foundation of embedded systems. We all know about that. Then memory storage and signed and unsigned numbers are to be there. If you talk about the modifiers, then embedded systems or C programming language or embedded C programming language has a different kind of modifiers like short, long, unsigned, signed, then unsigned int a, like all these things. So yeah, I think it's so much important for ourselves to understand all these things during the internship. At day 2, we have learned about the control statements in a C programming language. We all know which kind of control statements are to be there, which is used in a C programming language. If you talk about the control statements, like if else is to be there, switch case, and loops. If else is nothing but the suppose we have to declare also suppose we have to consider, suppose I am a person and my age is more than 18, then I can vote, and if my age is less than 18, then I can't. So at that time, in that situation, we can use the if else statement. The switch case is to be there and loops are to be there, which are normal foundation level control statements which is used in a C programming language. Then also we have used the sign modifiers like signed and unsigned variables. Then decision making statements, if else if, nested if, switch, syntax, and flow diagrams. Then also has a looping structures like for, while, do while, infinite loops is to be there, loop control variables are to be there. For example, a factorially using a for loop is one kind of an example of a looping statements. At day 3, we have learned about the operators, arrays, and jumping statements. Actually, the C programming language has a different jumping statements like a break, continue, go to, and return. If you talk about the break, suppose we have to be we have to display the message, we have to display the numbers from 1 to 10, and we want to be stop at a number 5. So at that time, after the 5, we can use the break to execute to terminate the loop. So this is the working of a break statement. If you talk about the continue, suppose again if you want to be display the numbers from 1 to 10, and if you want to be ignore the 4, so at that time you have to be get the 4 into the continue block. So because of that, it will be totally ignored. Suppose if you want to be jump at a particular statement in the C programming language, so at that time you can use the go to statement and a return statement. Coming to the operators, the C programming language has a different kind of operators like arithmetic. In arithmetic operations, we all know that addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and a modulus is used in the operators or in the C programming language. Then if you talk about the logical operations, then and, or, not operators are to be there. Coming to the relational operators, then less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to are the part of the relational operators are to be there. Coming to assignment operators, equal to, plus, equal to, minus, equal to are the part of assignment operators. Then ternary operator is nothing but the one kind of optional for the if-else statement. Is one kind of decision making statement. Then bitwise operator is there. Then overflow and underflow concepts are to be there, which is used in a C programming language. We all are familiar with this kind of things. Coming to the arrays, then in C programming language there are different kind of arrays start to be there, like one-dimensional and two-dimensional arrays. For example, sum of array million. So suppose if you want to be display the one-dimensional array, then we can use the simply if you want to be display the 1 to 10 numbers, then we can use the one-dimensional array. Suppose if we want to be display the 2 rows 2 columns in each, so at that time we can use the two-dimensional arrays, which is very much beneficial for us to display all these things. At day 4, we have studied about the functions and pointers in a C programming language, or especially in embedded C. Coming to the functions are nothing but the definition, declaration, and a calling. So suppose if you define the function for the plus or add the two numbers, so at that time we just have to write a code. In suppose we can use the different kind of functions like name add function is to be there. We just have to be add the numbers into that. So we have to declare that function and call that function. So at that time we just have, if you want to be add two numbers, then we just have simply call the function. So at that time it will be add the two different numbers. The function arguments and the return times. If the function arguments are nothing but the arguments which we have to pass into the function. Suppose if you want to add 2 and 3, which totally get the result of a 5. So 2 and 3 are nothing but the function arguments that we have to be passed during the implementation. Then call by value and call by reference are the one kind of things in C programming language. Then also we have studied about the pointers. Though if you talk about the simple definition of pointer, that variable storing address of another variable. A pointer is simply a variable which stores the address of another variable. Suppose there is pointer called int ptr, and we want to be store the address of another variable, that is nothing but the address of b into the pointer. So we just have to clear the star ptr for that, which is so much helpful for us. Then deep referencing operator and the address operators in pointers, we have also studied about that. In day 5 we have studied about the advanced pointers in C programming language. The endianness, so endianness is nothing but we also know about the little endians and the big endians in point of view of byte order. Also we have studied about the pass by reference as well as pass by value. Then passing arrays into the function, which is one of the important part, or also these kind of things are asked into the interview for cracking the interview purpose. These kind of things are very much important, like passing arrays to the function. How can we pass the array to the function? It is very much important for all of us to study about. If you want to be grow into the field of embedded systems or C programming language, then you have to must know about this kind of concepts in IoT also. Then returning arrays. How can we return arrays using static and local arrays and dynamic memory allocation, all these things we have studied about all these things. At day 6 we have studies about the pointers types and memory segments. Actually the pointer types, there are different types of pointers are to be there, like null pointer is there, then white pointer is there, and constant pointers are there. So null pointer is nothing but the pointer which stores the null value, that is nothing but the zero value which stores the zero value. So it is very much useful in a pointer in C programming. Then wild pointer is nothing but the uninitialized pointer. Suppose we have created a pointer, but we don't have initialized that pointer. Suppose there is a in star ptr, so this is uninitialized pointer which is normally used in our daily routine of embedded systems. Then constant pointer is over there. Then a constant pointer is nothing but the pointer which defined by the constant value or constant term, that is nothing but the constant pointer. Also we have studied about the strings in a C programming language, declaring strings, gets, puts, string.h functions, how to use all these things in C programming language. We have studied about that. Then memory segments are to be there, like code, stack, heap, data, static, global, text. All these things we have studied during the internship in IoT from Emertxe Information Technology, Bangalore. Also at day 7 we have studied about the storage class and preprocessor directives used in a C programming language and C++. Coming to the storage classes, we all know that there are 2 to 4 different storage classes are to be there: auto, register, static and extern. Coming to the preprocessor directives, there are different kind of preprocessor directives are to be there, like hash include, hash define, hash if and def, and hash if def. Actually all these things are implemented during our project in Arduino IDE. We have implemented all these things, so it is very much important to know about such a things. Then we have also studies about the micro definition and conditional compilation, which is very much useful during the internship. At day 8 we have started the study about the C++ introduction. We all know that C++ is nothing but the advanced part of a C programming language. Coming to the C++, then it is developed by the Bajanis Tostrups. It is a multi paradigm procedural plus object oriented programming languages. So POP, that is nothing but the function centric data insecure, and OOPS, that is nothing but the object oriented programming, which is totally defined by the object centric and data encapsulated. Coming to the C and C++ comparison, then C++ has the class and object. That is nothing but the syntax of a class, creating, we all studied about the syntax of a class, creating objects, accessing members in a C++. Then we have also studied about the access specifiers like public, private, protected, all these things. We have also studied about the constructors in C++, then special functions to initialize the object, default parameterized and copy constructor, and all these things we have studied previously. At day 9 we have studied about the advanced object oriented programming concept, like destructor automatically invoked an object deletion. It will be automatically invoke the object deletion. Then also we have studied about the pillars of OOPS. The OOPS has 4 different pillars in a C++ programming language, like encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance and polymorphism. So coming to that part, the encapsulation is used for the data hiding as well as using different classes. It will be used for data hiding. Is one encapsulation. Capsule is itself is termed to hide the data. Then abstraction, showing essential features only. So abstraction is used to showcase the only essential features of any particular task. Then inheritance is to be there, which is used for code reuse mechanism, as well as it has a different kind of terminologies like single, multiple, multi-level, hierarchical and hybrid inheritance are to be there. Then they are the different types of inheritance which is present in C++ programming language. And also we have studied about the polymorphism. That is nothing, it has many forms, like it is depending upon the compile time, function overloading and runtime and all these things. So yeah. So project part, so during project implementation we have actually what we have did, so it is we can talk here. So Arduino IoT recording. So day 1 for the project requirements. So at that day 1 we have studied about the project requirement, that what we have to be do in this project, what is our goal, what is the components required, which software we are going to be used, what kind of circuitries we have to be used or implement during the internship. So at that time, the first task what we have done is that identify the project goals. Smart home sensor automation. Actually, our project name is a IoT smart home automation system. So at that time, we have planned about the what we have what we have to do in this overall project. Then we have studied about what is the requirement, that which board we have to be used, like Arduino, sensor, jumper wires, power source, all these things. Then we have studies about the IoT, what is IoT, then components of IoT like actuators, connectivity, data processing, real life examples like smart home, smart meter, and all these things. Then in day 3 we have studied about the introduction to the embedded systems. That is nothing but embedded system is nothing but the combination of a hardware plus software. Hardware and a software combination is known as a embedded systems. Then microcontroller, microprocessor difference we have studied about that. Then Arduino and architecture overview. At day 4, LED interface, circuit diagram of LED with Arduino. Then code examples we have studied. We have studied about how to blink LED using the PixSim lab as well as Arduino IDE, using the digital pins and delay functions. At day 5 of the project implementation, we have studies about the CLCD interfacing. So at that time we have studies about the 16:2 LCD working principles. We have studies about the pin configuration like RS, RW, and D0 to D7 pins are to be used in CLCD. Actually, we have not studied these things in CLCD during the internship, but yeah, this is the pin diagram of CLCD. Normally, CLCD is nothing but the character liquid crystal display. It has a pin configuration like RS, RW, and D0 to D7 pins. That nothing but the digital pins. At day 6 we have studied about the temperature sensor. At that time we have get the introductory part to the LM35 as well as DHT11 sensors. At that time we also studied about how to read analog and digital data using the temperature sensor and how to display it on the CLCD. Then at day 7 we have studies about the analog write or PWM, that is pulse width modulation used in Arduino, all these things. Then we have studied about the serial tank, which we have implemented during the internship. Serial tank is nothing but the one kind of a tank which stores the water level. One tank of so at that time we have studied at the date of 29th of September and October of 6 we have studied about the serial tank. Using the serial communication, serial.begin, serial.print, we have implemented that task. It will be detect the water level using the sensor integration and displaying data over the serial monitor. And on October 7 we have studies about the Blink app integration. So friends, Blink app integration is one kind of a very much important part during the project implementation. Using the Blink app we have connected all these things wirelessly, and we have created the project Blink app. Due to the Blink app, the IoT project plays very well. So Blink app is nothing but the one kind of a pillar during this IoT project. So using the Blink app we have studied all these things. So at day 7, on October 7, so at that time we have studied about the overview of a Blink IoT platform. Then we have also studied about the steps to install how to install Blink app, create project, get authentication token, how to integrate the code with Arduino IDE and control devices via mobile, how to control the different devices. So overall what we have learned during this internship is nothing but about what is a C programming language, then introduction to the object oriented C++ programming, then introduction to the IoT and embedded system, which is one of the important part during the internship. Also we have studied about the Arduino IDE and a PixSim lab simulator. Then we have implemented a small projects like temperature sensor is to be there, EDC is to be there, then LDR is to be there, buzzer is to be there. All these things we have performed. LCD, LED controlling using LDR interfacing, CLCD, and all these things. Then also we have studies about the Blink IoT integration and interfacing the serial tank. So what topics we have covered in the C programming, that is nothing but the fundamentals of C and its applications, number systems in a C programming language, the basic data types used in a C programming language, then conditional statements in a C programming language, operators in C programming language, arrays, pointers, functions, storage classes in a C programming, then various macros, header files, and a preprocessor. All these things we have studied. Then also we have studies about the IoT. Then what is the IoT? Why we are going to be use the IoT in C programming language? We have also studied about that, why we are going to be use the IoT in a C programming language. The IoT stands for the Internet of Things. So first, for that reason, we have to know that what is the Internet of Things. Internet of Things is nothing but the, we have to be we just have to analyze or handle all the things very smartly using the IoT. So it is the IoT has a different kind of applications, like smart home is to be there. Then if you talk about the smart home automations, then light, fan, AC controls are used in this thing. Smart agriculture, healthcare, industrial IoT, and all these things are including in IoT. Then embedded systems definition is to be there, which is a combination of a hardware and software. I am not getting too much deep into it because we all know about that. Then we have studies about the Arduino IDE, how to burn the different code into it, how to implement our project using Arduino IDE. All these things we all know about that. So that is nothing but all these things. So it's basic information about Arduino is to be there. Then what topics we have covered during the IoT? So introduction to the IoT architecture is to be there. Then also we have studied about the embedded systems, the introduction to the embedded system, working principle of LED, LDR, basic program of controlling LED, LDR. CLCD is to be there, how to connect CLCD using the IoT, basic program related to the temperature control, the introduction to the Blink IoT application, all these things. And finally we have implemented our project. So IoT based smart automation system, actually it's one kind of a block diagram. How can we control the home automation using the Blink IoT app? So here it is a Blink app, and we can control this smart home automation using this Pixim Lab board. So here is the integration part of the home automation system in the Blink IoT. It is the infrastructure of a Blink IoT app. So let's explain our project. So it is our project requirement. So friends, we can see that it has the CLCD, then it has also the LDR is to be present here. Also it has the, currently it is showing the 27.34 of temperature, current temperature, and current volume is a 3000 it is showing. Then it has also Ethernet shield is to be there, LDR is to be there. Also it has the temperature system for recognizing the temperature level. Also it has the LEDs and LDR sensor for handling the gardening line and all these things. Actually it is very much important that we have to deal with all these things constantly or simultaneously. We can say that it has the heater, cooler, temperature at a temperature level systems. Coming to the this overall system is very much important for running our project. So they all are a spare part. We can say it as a spare parts. Coming to the IoT integration, we have used the Blink IoT app here, and it has two different tabs. In tab 1 we have used the cooler button, heater button, and temperature gauge to display the temperature level. And in tab 2 we have used the different buttons like inward valve and outward valve for the serial tank communication. So friends, it is very much important that we have to know about all these things. When it is a serial tank, we can see the level of a serial tank is a full. When we turn on the heater, so at that time the temperature will be start increasing, and also the temperature level will be increasing. When we turn off the heater, so at that time it will be reduces the temperature. As the temperature crosses 35, it will be reduces. So when we turn on the cooler, so at that time also the temperature will reduces. It will be reduces the level of a temperature. Coming to the tab 2, it has the inlet valve and the outlet valve is to be present. So what is the function of that? We all know that it is used for the volume measurement thing. When we turn on the outlet valve, so at that time the level of the water which is present inside the cereal tank will be started reducing. It will be reduces the water level, or it will be reduce the volume. And when we turn on the inlet valve, so at that time it will be increases the volume. It will be used for increases the volume. It is very much important or beneficial for all of us to know about all these concepts, and why we have used all these things into the our code or into our program. All these things, when we turn off the outlet valve, so at that time it will be stop the removing the water from the tank. It will be starting increasing the volume button. So thank you so much. It is nothing but the project implementation part. So friends, here is the overall feedback, which is we have what actually we have did during the internship. We have learned about C, C++ and Arduino program throughout the internship. We have also studied about the Arduino and IoT, what is the hardware and software interactions during the IoT based project implementation, all these things. Working on the final project implementation, which involved integrating multiple hardware components and controlling them through IoT, boosted my confidence in problem solving, debugging and designing complete the embedded systems. Overall, it is very much beneficial for me, and again I would like to get a lot of thanks to Emertxe Information Technology to help me throughout the internship to implement this project. So thank you so much, Emertxe, again. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.